What I want to talk today is about some ideas I have on how companies could monetize social distances. We're going to talk a little bit about one thing is called edge computing, and then we're going to go into the suggestions that I have. Stay tuned. So the first thing we're gonna do is just talking briefly about this thing called the edge computing, just in case you come across it. It's basically making objects smart. So for example, the typical object that we can make smart is the camera. Cameras that have the artificial intelligence on board, and they don't need to communicate with the remote, or if they communicate with the remote, they communicate the result of their computation. It could be other things, microphones that become intelligent. It could be other type of sensors that become intelligent. So that's just to clear up. And once you have this technology that we can deploy here and there, a lot of companies are trying to go into this sector with their technological offering. I see many here in California. But the problem is that I think they have no business solution. They go there, I have the camera, intelligent smart camera, I have another intelligent device that can monitor the traffic, but I don't think they're offering a full solution. And I went to try to offer you full solutions now. So restaurants, what could we do? I think with these smart cameras, we could connect them together and we could basically create services for managing the queues in the restaurants. So meaning, suppose you have to go there at 7:30, but for any reason the restaurant still has, let's say, a density of people that is too high, you get a text message that says, wait 10 minutes, wait 15 minutes, so that you do not have to get there at the wrong moment. That could be an idea. Other things that it could be useful in a restaurant is to manage the internal flux of people when they move from one side to another. This is a little bit complex to do in the restaurants, but I think it might have an application more relevant in the other situation I'm talking about. So sport events, here is where I think there is a lot to do. So first of all, optimizing the route to your seat, from home to your seat, and that means when you had to get there and what pattern in the stadium you have to go. That is a combination of technology like the one that Uber uses that have to do with geolocation, but also computer vision, so the smart cameras, because they will monitor where the queues are. So that, I think, might be a significant improvement in the way that you can, at the one end, limit the contagion, and on the other hand, allow these events to happen. I think another interesting idea could be to detect outliers, so people that start to move around. I would be one of these, not so much because I don't want to respect the rules, but more because I really have a difficult time to stay in a place for too long. But you could basically vibrate their phone every time that they start going too close to other people, and just kind of bother that way. I don't know, it could be a little bit creepy, but decide for yourself. And then I think the same approach could be used when you go out of the stadium to discipline the way that people go out of the stadium, so that they don't come into much close contact with one another. So all would happen through your mobile phone basically, but it would be enabled by these so-called edge computing smart devices. Finally, for the art events, the concerts and so on, it's similar to the sports event, but I think it would have more impact, what I called the feedback to the users, because in a place where you have a concert, usually there is more freedom to move. In a sport event, you usually sit on a seat. In a concert, usually you move around. So if you want to maintain the distance between people, kind of they had to stay in certain places. I think it would be more effective, the aspect of monitoring the distance and sending them a vibration on the phone when they don't sit correctly. And then I think it would be also relevant to discipline and organize the way that people leave the venue once the concert is over, so that they don't come too much in close connection. So with that said, I hope these three ideas make sense for you. I do not have any particular reasons to sponsor them, but I thought we could talk on this channel about real solutions, real business solutions, rather than just the technology per se. So I'll see you the next time.